Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's webinar, the first official live webinar of a live platform for GCCF. My name is Neil Gordon, and I'm here to introduce my friend to the call, to the webinar. This man has been networking since 1996 and has turned over around about $300 million in his business throughout 30 countries around the world. He is an amazing trainer. I think this guy has accumulated so much knowledge through the amount of courses he's taken, the amount of books that he's read. He eats knowledge for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he has used all of that knowledge that he has learned, all the experiences that he has brought together in his life. He has used them to create something for us. He is a father of 3, and he's such a dedicated father that when he took time off between 2005 and 2015, that was totally dedicated to himself and his family, to fulfill a dream to travel Australia and educate his children himself. He's a born leader. He helped to create the Kaizen team. In fact, he created the Kaizen team in network marketing and helped many, many people through that system to become successful. He is a linguistics expert. He's educated in business, marketing, and psychology, and trained in many aspects of the human mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Knowledge himself, who's put all the experience, all the knowledge together to bring us the GCCF platform, Mr. Pat Dooley. Pat, take it away.
How you going, Neil? Hey, thanks for that nice intro, mate. It's good to be here. It's exciting to be here and talking to everyone on the platform. We are live in this business, and let's tell you about this character, Neil. First, I'd like you to give it up for Neil. He's one of the platform leaders. There's another one on here tonight, and we'll talk about him a little bit later. But Neil Gordon is one of your trainers. He's an absolute professional. Been doing this just as long as I have, and has some certain skills in the real world that he's now applying to online stuff, to social media stuff. And no matter who you think you are, no matter how good you can close, if you're open, Neil is going to help you close better. No matter how good you present, no matter how good you prospect, if you're open and you allow him to train you, you're going to close better, present better, prospect better. It's just one of his skill sets, and it's great to know. We thought about speaking and talking and doing lots of different things together, and as it so happens, this thing brought us together to work fundamentally on what we call the GCCF platform. So what do? We're refining the rules, right? We're putting control back into your hands, and everyone wants fast and easy way to get money, personal funding, professional funding. They want to use the technology of the crowd. They want to use the technology of the internet. And we also want to allow people to get educated. And so allowing people to get educated through a peer-to-peer model, sort of like a wiki, we also have this. And we'll go into that a little bit detail, but in a nutshell, that's what the platform is all about. And think of it as a modern and legal way to utilize this technology, this 21st technology, the blockchain, the Bitcoin. Without the internet, we wouldn't have this. So we utilize this thing, and we want to stockpile Bitcoin. When we first started looking at this, it was a couple of $100. Seriously, a couple of years ago. Now it's like almost $6,000. So it's heavy. It weighs heavier than any of the fiat currency around. So you want to get it. So how do you get it? We'll get to that in a minute. And our mission, because this is a professional organization, we have a mission, and it's basically to exist. We exist. Our purpose is to help you become a better funded you. And we believe a better funded you becomes a better you. And so we do this through personal and professional funding. And we use Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to do so. And I've got a nice little formulated thing there, but that's the essence. But what's our mission? How does that work with our vision? It's really simple. We believe that we can have 1 billion people on the platform all utilizing or using Bitcoin in the Bitcoin economy. So every aspect of the Bitcoin economy, in private sector, in public sector, there's so many different things we can use with the blockchain. It's not just currency, but that is the way we're moving people forward. We believe we can get 1 million people, then get another 1,000 of those million to cough up $100 and get into the Bitcoin economy. And through that, we believe we can change the planet. So to help us along with that, we have some core values, and everyone identifies these core values, and people repel if they don't identify these core values. And number one is trustworthiness. Everything begins and ends with trustworthiness. So we've got to build up trust as a platform, as a group of people, as I think Bitcoin now has built up enough trust so we can believe in that. People are seeing it and hearing it and smelling it and tasting it. It's a digital string. How do they taste it? I don't know, but they trust it. One of our other values is about causing growth. And at the end of this presentation, if you stick around, I'm going to share with you a promotion that's going to knock your socks off, if you let it. So we like to cause growth. We like to focus on the team, and the promotion is about focusing on the team, and inspire smart living. You know, be an example, use the services, live smart, be smarter, use the solutions, have Bitcoin. Ask the coffee shop, do you take Bitcoin? Inspire smart living. And of course, express gratitude. It's not just enough to be grateful, but express it. And these are things that we believe are important. It's not all about funding. These are our values that drive us from the core. So where are we? Where have we started? Where are we going to? We did a lot of research and had to spend a lot of time in design and developing and building our team, putting it together. Then we pre-launched. And from pre-launch to launch, which is today, it's been a bit rough. After pre-launch, we're going to get into fine-tuning. And after the fine-tuning, we're going to hit growth. We're going to be a rocket. So expect a few bumps along the road. You are early adopters. You are early innovators. And fine-tuning is part of being avant-garde, in the front end, being point, as the military says. And from getting from pre-launch to here has been a bit of a pain. And the rest is going to be happy sailing, right? No. But it's going to be worth it. So what is Bitcoin? Cash for the internet. You know, but to understand it, how did we get here? So let me take you through a brief, we call it the money timeline. Firstly, understand what money is. Durability, portability, divisibility, identifiability, limited supply, and a store of value. You see, I'm going to get to the 20th century in a minute, and I'm going to explain something to you that might just change your worldview. And if it does, I think you might want to share it with other people. Years ago, we had commodity money. 10,000 BC, and some say as much as 100,000. And we had shells, and we had tea, and we had things that was commodities, and that was money. Humans started using money, amazing technology. And then we developed our technology. And as we developed our technology, we went to coined money. We sort of got metals and looked at this intrinsic value and turned them into small coins. And it had to be durable and portable, right? We had to break them up. And it was a little bit harder because they had, they cut around the edge of the coins. How do we work with that? And then as the centuries go over in China, these clever dicks come up with paper money. It's around about the 7th century. And then in the 1600s and 63, 4, whatever it was, there was another fellow, the Banco in Stockholm, actually, the first banknote. Then it quickly went over to London, and then we moved into another direction where we started with fiat money. And fiat money meaning that there was no really intrinsic value. It's the money that we have today, the dollar, the krona, the euro. We also moved into debit cards and credit cards. We started using this technology. And then in the 21st century, right, it's sort of like we've gone full circle back to gold, except now we're not carrying around gold, and we couldn't really break up gold way back then. But today we've got Bitcoin, which we can break into 100 million parts. So we've got this divisibility. But the interesting thing about Bitcoin today is it's not only a limited supply of money, but it also holds a store of value, where actually fiat money doesn't. If you look at the money, the dollar, today, if you have $100, next year, that's only going to buy you about $95, $96 worth. And it continues to go down. That's something called inflation. But we're not going to talk about economics, even though I love to talk about economics. Let's just find out a little bit more about Bitcoin. So I'm going to share with you something that hopefully will give you a really quick idea. So let me make a new share here.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net, without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower. You can use them in every country. Your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Several currency exchanges exist where you can buy and sell Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and more. Your Bitcoins are kept in your digital wallet on your computer or mobile device. Sending Bitcoins is as simple as sending an email, and you can purchase anything with Bitcoin. The Bitcoin network is secured by individuals called miners. Miners are rewarded newly generated Bitcoins for verifying transactions. After transactions are verified, they are recorded in a transparent public ledger. Bitcoin opens up a whole new platform for innovation. The software is completely open source and anyone can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. Bitcoins are a great way for businesses to minimize transaction fees. It doesn't cost anything to start accepting them, and it's easy to set up. There are no chargebacks, and you'll get additional business from the Bitcoin economy.
That first slide, let's discuss that first slide just a little bit, that first little video. It's what I call the dematerialization of everything that was on your desktop. Just a quick heads up that you should be seeing this. What happened in the first slide is that all those things that you used to have, first part of the video before we started talking about Bitcoin, everything that was on our desktop, it's now gone into our computers, but it's more than gone into our computers, it's gone into our smartphone. And so all these millions of dollars worth of development are now on your smartphone, and it's a natural evolution that money has gone into your smartphone as well. And that's what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital money that is on your phone. So you don't need to have a bank or a third party or authenticate any sort of money. And we didn't actually go through that, but let's continue. How do you get this wonderful stuff called Bitcoin? Well, the first thing we say to everyone is you need to inform yourself. And the best way to inform yourself is read. Don't just listen to what I've got to say or what everyone else has got to say. Read yourself. Go to bitcoin.org and figure it out. Learn about this stuff, right? Another way, before you can, once you've informed yourself, you can go and buy it retail, like it's $5,600, $5,700 today. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but you can get out your money and you can go to an exchange like something like NASDAQ, but its own Bitcoin exchange, and go and buy it. So you send them dollars and you get Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin goes into your wallet. That's one way, buying it full retail. Another way is you can mine these coins as well. Mining creates, you need to have a lot of server capacity, you need to have a lot of expertise, you need to have a lot of space, pay a lot of money for electricity. Actually, I was looking at one of these guys the other day. He was talking about Bitcoin costing more than $1,000 to make a Bitcoin. And that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. A very well-known guy named John McAfee, actually. Interesting, one of the biggest miners in the US. So if you've got a lot of money up front, you can mine it. But people don't mine for you. It's like the old gold, right? You don't go into a gold field and say, hey man, where do I get the gold? You think the other miners are going to tell you how to get the gold? No, you got to figure it out yourself. Of course, there's a fourth way, and that's the GCCF Personal Funding Platform. So you can become a member here and basically learn from the person who invited you here how to get $100 worth of Bitcoin and how to share it and how to receive it and how to build a personal funding system. So is it any good, this stuff? I mean, really? What is Bitcoin? What's it worth? What's the growth worth? How are these weird and wonderful structures and graphs? Well, let me give you an example that you might relate to. Back in 2013, in March, if you bought $2,000 worth of Apple stock and you cashed that in June 2017, that would have given you $5,100. Not a bad, you know, from $2,000 to $5,100. That's a pretty good investment. Let's have a look if we got Bitcoin in exactly the same time, March 2013. If you went and got that and then cashed it in June 2017, that's a staggering $1.1 million. And we did the maths today. If you did it today, that $2,000 would be worth just on $2.2 million. So as an asset, is this something that you want to get hold of? Absolutely. You tell me, where would you rather be? Apple stock or Bitcoin stock? What would you rather be doing? Now, that's just one facet of Bitcoin. That's the growth, but there's more to it than just that. So let's have a look at this worldwide market. The platform and building an organization, a sort of like a team, a huge organization. Where are all these people going to come from? The worldwide market today, there is over 4 billion people across the planet that are not online, that will be online by 2025. Now, it sounds a long way away, but it's only 5 years plus 2 and a bit. 7.5 years down the road, and these new people are going to be online. And guess what? Now check this out. I'm going to show you another one. This is a complicated map, but if you look in the middle of the screen where it says level 3 and level 2, those people who live in there's billions of people who live in there, they have major problems accessing banking facilities. They don't have banking facilities, especially in level 1. But in level 2 and lots of parts of level 3, they don't really have banking. And they're getting online. That's where the people are getting online. All those people are getting online in the next 7 years. They're going to have a smartphone and they've got money. They just don't have banking. So how do you access them? Well, that's a little bit more complicated story. But it means our marketplace is enormous. But we're going to teach you how to zero in on a training, how to zero in on the innovators and the early adopters and not get too caught up in the chasm and jumping over to the majority. But that's another training at another time. So what exactly does the platform mean? At the moment, we have 3 parts of it. We have a professional funding. We have a personal funding, and we have a peer-to-peer education. And when you pay a monthly membership of 005 Bitcoin, you're getting these things. So let's have a little talk about the actual peer-to-peer funding model. In fact, you know what? I think what I might do is tell you how the peer-to-peer funding model works. We created this thing called the 100% pay plan. And how about I go there and show you that right now? Let me go over and have a suss. Is it still up online?
The core of every compensation plan is you. And we believe a better funded you leads to a better you. So getting funding fast is at the heart of the 100% plan. So the question is, how can we pay out 100%? Firstly, understand the 100% plan was born out of the need to solve the problem of the typical compensation plan. And if you're in the market for getting additional funding, the chances are you're also part of the majority of people. No matter how much effort you put in, it just hasn't been enough to create a recurring income stream. And it's no fault of your own. You know the feeling. You finally make a sale and the money goes directly to the company. They take their cut, the majority, and then the remaining portion, the minority or the residue, is spread out over the entire network and you get a little piece of that. Some call this residual income. No longer do you need to settle for the residue. We've solved this problem by introducing the 100% plan. It's a peer-to-peer or decentralized plan. And yes, it will get you funding instantly and also turn that instant funding into a source of recurring Bitcoin deposits directly into your wallet. The weirdest thing about the 100% plan is when you are doing it correctly, you only need to dig into your pocket for the initial donation. And a funding organization like this can fund most of the things you want in life. So here's how it works. Step 1. Become a member of the GCCF platform with a small fee and gain access to your suite of cutting-edge systems. Step 2. Make your first donation. Our smart software guides you every step of the way on how to do this. Each donation you make qualifies you to receive equivalent donations from people in your funding organisation, and the platform doesn't limit the number of people you can bring. Imagine you bring 5 people to your funding organisation. Even though you may bring 10 or 20 or more, let's start small with only 5 people, each donating $100 worth of Bitcoin directly into your wallet. That adds up to $500 of Bitcoin instantly received into your wallet. No fiat currency is ever sent to you, only cryptocurrency. Pretty amazing, right? What's more epic is the leverage built into the plan. Check this out. When each of your 5 people do the same as you, your team of 5 grows to 30. These 25 new people now make up your level 2. This is the leverage in action. Each one of these 25 may donate a level 2 donation directly into your Bitcoin wallet as long as you're qualified to receive the donations. So how do you get qualified? The process is simple. It's the same as qualifying to level 1, except now you click or tap on the button that says Make Level 2 Donation. We call this paying it forward. And our smart system has got your back. It guides you step by step on what to do and how to do it. Once you're level 2 qualified, you may begin receiving donations of $200 worth of Bitcoin. Remember, no fiat currency is ever sent to you, only cryptocurrency. Now hold on to your socks. It doesn't stop there. When I said the leverage is epic, I meant it. Look at this growth. As each of the 25 on your level 2 bring 5 people to their peer-to-peer funding organisation, it grows to a massive 125 people who now make up your level 3. Each and every one of these 125 may donate a level 3 donation directly into your Bitcoin wallet, as long as you are qualified. Okay, so how do you get qualified? The process is the same as qualifying for level 2, except now you click or tap on the button that says Make Level 3 Donation. And our smart system guides you every step of the way. Once you are level 3 qualified, you may begin receiving donations of $400 worth of Bitcoin. And remember, no fiat currency is ever sent to you, only cryptocurrency. And with this example, that could be 125 people sending you a level 3 amount of Bitcoin. But we haven't stopped there. You may also unlock levels 4 and 5. Just imagine how much Bitcoin you could be accumulating. All these donations are 100% peer-to-peer. At no point does GCCF take a cut of donations being sent to you. Donations go directly into your wallet. Now, to make this into a monthly recurring system, each donation qualifies you to receive equivalent donations for 30 days. Then it starts over from level 1 and you may get all those donations again and again, month after month, as your peer-to-peer funding organisation continues to grow and grow and grow. So there you have it. This is how we pay out 100%. 100% of each donation goes directly to the intended donee. But we wanted to do more than that, to go the extra yard. And you know those small platform fees that keep this entire smart system running for you? We've figured out a way to share it with qualified leaders through our global revenue sharing. Number one, the Satoshi pool. It's the first leadership pool. It's 5% of all monthly platform fees collected. To qualify for this pool, you attain the rank of Satoshi within 3 months of joining the GCCF platform. Once qualified, you may receive a pro rata part of this pool. The pro rata parts are accumulated monthly and shared out to you quarterly. Number two, the Kryptonite pool is the next leadership pool. It too is 5% of all monthly fees collected. To qualify for this pool, you attain the rank of Kryptonite. Once qualified, you may receive a pro rata part of this pool. The pro rata parts are accumulated monthly and shared out to you quarterly. So, we trust you now recognise that the 100% plan is made for you and your community. And we believe you understand that this revolutionary 100% plan both empowers and incentivises leaders for spreading Bitcoin across the planet. So we welcome you to our platform, GCCF.
Well, that's a lot of information to be thrown at you in just a few minutes. And I hope that it is more than adequate to explain what the pay plan is. But a couple of things I'd like to make sure that we're completely clear about with this. As this is one part, it's the personal funding platform. We also have a crowdfunding or a professional funding platform. And tonight we're not talking about that because that is still in development and that is a couple of months away before it's developed. So this is predominantly for, think of it as a cross between Amway, who started network marketing many, many years ago, and Amazon, something like that, because it's online, it's Bitcoin, it's networking, and it's donating and giving. And so there's a bunch of different other things. The funding engine for professionals, I've prepared in-depth conversation about that, and many people have asked me, but we're right in the middle of designing this. What we're thinking about, and I'll give it to you in simple terms, is it's a peer-to-peer funding. The crowd will decide or vote who and which projects are up for funding, not us. The crowd will use the wisdom of the crowd. If they like a project, they're going to fund it. And so we're going to incorporate smart contracts, Ethereum blockchain. I don't think our smart contracts are up with Bitcoin at the moment, and we're developing this. And so there's a lot of development in this. It's basically a couple of months down the track. The Peer-to-Peer Academy is a combination of Wikipedia from the Bitcoin arena and banking. That's the area, and it'll be populated with a variety of different things. The wiki, anyone will be allowed to access the wiki, but only the GCCF active members will be allowed to post. And so we'll have kudos, and we'll have a ranking, and there'll be a whole bunch of different things. And over time, this will be a premium area to get educated in. So these are the three major things. That's our presentation for tonight. With this, we sort of kept it right in the time zone there. One of the things I do have is a promotion, and I am going to continue the promotion. But if anyone on here now has had their fill, you're quite welcome to go. This is a sort of a wrap-up of what we're doing. And now for the members who actually want to know about this promotion, I'm going to come back and have this promotion in just a couple of seconds. I'm going to throw the gavel to Neil, impromptu. And do you have anything to say, Neil, before I move on, or any questions that have popped up because I haven't been watching? Did it sound right, actually?
Thanks, Pat. It sounded amazing, and all the technology worked very well. Yeah, I'm very pleased. But thank you very much for that.